Waitress fired for serving bikers. What happened the next day shocked everyone. It was a quiet evening at a small-town diner, until the roar of engines shattered the silence. A group of bikers, covered in tattoos and leather jackets, walked in. The other customers stared in fear, but young waitress Emily greeted them with a smile. She didn't see troublemakers, she saw tired travelers needing a meal. What she didn't know was that her simple act of kindness would cost her everything. Moments later, her manager stormed out, furious that she had served those kinds of people. Emily was fired on the spot. The bikers sat there, stunned. But what happened the very next day turned the whole town upside down, and showed everyone what real respect looks like. Emily had worked at Sunny's Diner for 3 years. She wasn't rich, but she was proud. The job helped her care for her sick mother and pay the rent on their small apartment. That evening, when the group of rugged bikers walked in, everyone in the diner went quiet. Some people even got up and left. The manager whispered harshly, "Don't serve them, Emily, we don't want trouble." But Emily's heart didn't let her judge. She walked right up to the table with her notebook and said, "Welcome in. What can I get you folks tonight?" One of the bikers, a tall man with a scar across his cheek, looked surprised. "You're not scared of us?" he asked. Emily smiled. "You look hungry, not scary," as she served them hot coffee and homemade pie. The bikers laughed and talked politely. They even left a big tip and thanked her warmly. But the moment they left, her manager came charging out. "What did I tell you, Emily?" he shouted. "You've just scared away half our customers." Before Emily could speak, he pointed to the door. "You're fired. Pack up and go." Tears filled her eyes, but she walked out silently. The other customers pretended not to see. She sat outside on the curb, her apron still on, staring at the ground. She didn't realize that from across the street, one of the bikers was watching everything. The next morning, the town was buzzing. "Did you hear? That waitress got fired for serving bikers." People laughed, others shrugged. But by noon, the quiet diner was about to witness something unforgettable. Engines roared again, this time louder than before. Dozens of bikes pulled up, lined neatly outside Sunny's Diner. The entire street stopped to watch. Out stepped the same biker Emily had served, but now he wasn't alone. He was followed by more than 30 bikers wearing jackets that read Iron Hearts MC. They didn't come for trouble, they came for justice. The leader, named Jack, walked inside holding an envelope. The manager turned pale. What do you want?" He stammered. Jack said calmly, "We came to see Emily, the woman you fired for showing kindness." When the manager told him she wasn't there anymore, Jack set the envelope on the counter. Inside was a check, a massive donation to buy the diner. "We're the new owners now," Jack said with a smirk. "And Emily's our manager." The crowd outside gasped as Emily arrived, tears in her eyes. Jack handed her the keys. "Kindness deserves a place like this," he said. The manager tried to protest, but it was too late. The bikers weren't here to fight, they were here to rebuild, under Emily's care. The diner transformed. The same people who once looked down on the bikers now came to eat beside them. The walls were repainted, the menu improved, and a small sign hung by the entrance that read, "Respect is served here, no exceptions." Word spread fast. Local news covered the story. Biker gang buys diner to rehire fired waitress. But what most people didn't know was the truth behind the bikers. Jack and his crew were veterans, men who had fought for their country, and struggled to fit back into civilian life. They rode not for rebellion, but for brotherhood. Emily's kindness had reminded them what humanity felt like. One evening, Emily sat by the window as the sunset painted the sky orange. She saw families eating together, bikers laughing, and her mother smiling proudly. From losing everything to gaining a family, her world had changed in a single day. And the town? It learned that appearances deceive and kindness never goes unnoticed. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful stories that remind us one small act of kindness can change everything.